Butterflies are awesome creatures. Not only are they beautiful to look at, but they're great pollinators as well, so you definitely want to have them in your garden. There's native butterflies that live here all year, and then there's ones that are migrating through. So to attract them to your yard, you need two things. One, a food source, meaning plants. So you want to have lots of beautiful flowering plants in your yard, and the other is a water source. For the plants, they love red and yellow flowers. They like flowers that have a raised center with the actual petals coming out from that. Think about a sunflower, a purple coneflower. They're very attracted to those types of plants. They also like the milkweed, the desert butterfly bush, the regular butterfly bush. Anything that has butterfly in the plant name is probably going to be a good one to attract butterflies. So for the adult stage, they need those types of plants for the nectar. And then they have what they call the host stage, which is when they're in the caterpillar and the egg stage. And those are going to be in the early springtime, and we're going to look at parsley, at dill, and at carrot tops. They really need that, and they do a lot of munching with that. You can also put rotting fruit out, and primarily what they really like are oranges. You can just take the orange, cut it in half, and just stick it out on a bench or on the edge of a wall, and they love that. Or you can use hummingbird syrup as well. So for water, the water source, it's going to be the edge of a pond, the edge of your bird bath, or the edge of your fountain. On a bird bath, what I like to do is put a stone down in the center that has an exposed surface so that they have a place to perch where they don't have to actually dip down and get their wings wet. They like to land and then drink out of the water. So many times what you see flying around that you think may be a butterfly are actually a moth. So this is a common one that you would see flying in our yards out here. This is actually sometimes called a hummingbird moth because they can be quite larger, and people think that it is a butterfly. This is the one that actually lays the eggs that become the tomato hornworm in your garden. So we don't like that very much, but they are quite beautiful. And the primary differences between the moth and a butterfly are the moths usually have this fatter body where a butterfly's body is very thin. The moth antennae are usually look like little feathers on the end, where a butterfly's antennae are much longer and they have a little ball on the end that we sometimes call a club. The other thing is that when they're at rest, a butterfly will rest its wings above its body straight up and down, where a moth wings will be back and laid along the body. And the other primary thing is that butterflies are usually out during the day and moths are out in the early evening. And if you wanted to know how to create a butterfly garden, you need a little bit of help with that. Many of the plant and seed catalogs have ideas, and they will actually show you the whole butterfly garden and be able to supply you with all the plants for that. And that's a good way to start.